Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? My name's Luke. I'm here on behalf of Ought Know Better on this Saturday morning, and I'm joined with resident Statman, LUFC Stats, Andrew Dalton. How are you doing, Andrew?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks for asking. Even though I think last night, I know we both support different teams when it comes to the rugby. I was a little bit depressed last night after that final decision from Hicks, and yeah, a little bit deflated. But I think it was a good game. Two poor sides that looked desperate to win. I think
we were speaking off air there. I thought the decision to award Leeds a penalty on King Vuniaya, if I pronounced that right, was harsh. I thought Jay Pitts was quite unlucky with that call. I thought there were some strange calls in the game, and I thought it was two desperate sides going for it. And I kind of felt a bit for Chris Chester at the end because you don't want to lose like that, to be honest. But it's. I think both sides are in for a long old slog this season.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. But we're not here to talk about rugby. We're here to talk about the game this afternoon, just after lunchtime. And what people are hoping to see, I suppose, is a repeat in terms of performance against Spurs. We haven't spoken about the Spurs game, have we, properly? So now's your opportunity. Give us your feedback on that absolutely outstanding performance.
I thought we were brilliant from start to finish. I thought the link-up play, you look for Stuart Dallas's goal, the cross on the left-hand side, the Bamford goal. Obviously, I put a tweet out when Paddy scored that he scored in every month for Leeds United since joining the club in August 2018, which kind of went a little bit crazy. Even when Spurs got back into the game with the goal from Son, I thought Leeds were just better. I thought the third goal from Rodrigo just finished the game off perfectly. And it was good to see Rafinha and Rodrigo linking up well for that third goal. I think the club bounced back brilliantly from the disappointment of Brighton the week before. And it just gives something to build on for the last three games of the season. And yeah, I just thought they were outstanding from start to finish, really, Luke.
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment, to be fair. That final goal made by Rafinha and then finished by Rodrigo was
yeah,
something that we wanted to see all season, haven't we?
Yeah, and how good is it to see all four new signings on the pitch at the same time? It's only happened, I think, for a couple of minutes in the Sheffield United game. And I think it's something we've lacked this year, also with injuries and what have you, especially to Rafinha and Rodrigo. And I think it's brilliant to see all the new signings on the pitch at one time. And it gives something to look forward to for the Burnley game, for the Southampton game and the West Brom game. And I think it's amazing that we've got 35 games gone and we're into the sort of the final furlong of the season this time round.
Yeah, no, that's it. So we line up today against average at best, I would say, Burnley side. Come off a good win at Fulham.
Yes. Yeah.
And the myth that is the bloody striker. What's his name? The striker that we were going to sign for about 20 million, about 10 times.
Vidra.
I think he's getting a lot of game time at the minute. Yeah, he's getting a lot of game time for him, and I think he's playing well for him, to be fair. Obviously, Chris Wood's in a bit of form as well.
Yes,
bagging the odd goal. So, how do you see today going in terms, first of all, of lineup? Do you think we'll line up with five at the back or stick with the four?
It's interesting, yeah. It's interesting because I know Coops is fit and available. He comes off a gluteus injury. I'm not sure what gluteus actually is.
Gluteus is your bum.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, gluteus maximus. It's the biggest. I think it's the biggest muscle in the human body.
Oh, is it really?
Every day's a school day on Ought Know Better.
It certainly is. It certainly is. We learn everything on this wonderful podcast. It's like, I don't know what you do. For me, do we keep the same 11? We'll find out in 15 minutes or so. I think you don't change a winning team, and I know Bielsa was very loyal to the side of what he did from the Brighton game to the Tottenham game last time out. So yeah, he's got a couple of decisions to make that we can go into these last three games with a lot of fun, and we can go to enjoy the games. I do think it'll be the same 11. I think Keys will probably come back on the bench, and we can go into the game against Burnley in good spirits after the victory over Tottenham last time out. But isn't it nice to have these opportunities where you've got a real selection dilemma that we've probably not had all season?
Absolutely, it's a good headache to have,
Mm.
and the morale it must bring back to the team. You saw it against Brighton. We looked really off the boil, deflated. You know, you've got three arguably three best players out injured.
Yes.
And then even with them only on the bench last week, it just reinvigorated the team. They just looked so much more full of energy.
Yeah.
And it just changes the complete performance. And it's not just Leeds. I think that's any team that would happen to. You're missing your 3-star players. You know, you're going to struggle, whether that's at school level, Sunday league side, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go in. I think we'll line up exactly the same. I think the only one I think may come straight back in is Phillips. Simply because I think he's too important. Although Koch was fantastic last week.
Koch was superb last week.
However, I do see us playing a 4 at the back with the centre defensive midfield, whoever that may be, whether it be Koch or KP, slipping back into the centre of a back three at times when we're in defence potentially.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, I think they're in a bit of form. I mean, they're a hit and miss side. They're a Burnley side. Burnley are a Burnley side. So one week they'll get absolutely spanked. The next week they'll look like Brazil, you know. So I think it'll be a good game. I think on the back of that performance, we'd expect to go there and win. However, similar with Leeds, we just don't know what we're doing. No.
And I think that's the excitement, that we don't know what we're going to get from game to game. And we've had a brilliant end to the season, or up until this point. Okay, we were disappointing at Brighton 2 weeks ago, which happens. We've been on a wonderful run of 6 games unbeaten. Still don't know how Bielsa didn't get the Manager of the Month award, but that's a story for another day. And I think what was interesting last week was all this bravado without winning without Phillips. As you rightly say there, Robin Koch comes in and it's brilliant. And it'll be interesting to see, as Jay says there, it will be the most interesting lineup because we've got virtually all players fit and available. I think apart from Adam Forshaw, who's obviously suffered a knock, and I don't think there's too many other players out injured. So
Costa, there's only Costa and Forshaw.
And Costa as well, there's not too many players out injured. It's great to have these selection dilemmas.
Yeah, great position to be in. Right then, on the back of that, then what are you going for? Give us a prediction. I want to know what the score is, who's going to score, minutes, hours, everything. I want to know.
Seconds.
Left foot, right foot, header.
I am hopeless at these. Apart from Super 6, which, sorry, Emma, I'm beating Emma in quite easily and what have you in the league table. I am hopeless at Leeds predictions, but I'm firmly going to go for this one, quietly confident. Burnley 0, Leeds United 2. Patrick Bamford against one of his former clubs. And I'm going to go for a Rafinha goal as well.
Brilliant. We'll take that. I would take that all day long, to be fair. I think I've gone 3-1.
Yes.
Whilst we've been defending well, I still think that they've got an attacking threat, albeit an average Burnley type side. They've still got that attacking threat in. I mean, Vidra is playing really well, and Chris Wood's always a danger, no matter who he plays against. So, I'm going to go. I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds anyway.
Lovely.
Right then, that moves us on to your segment of the week, the segment of the show where you give us some crazy ass stats, as I call them, just that stuff that people would never ever know, apart from you. So give us it. Yes. What you got? What you got for us today?
I've got for this week. Calvin Phillips needs one more appearance to join level with Tony Dorigo in Leeds United appearances. I think he's on some 214 at the moment. Is Calvin, so he's doing really, really well with that one. Paddy needs one more goal to join level with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank on 42 for Leeds United. The Whites looking for their first top flight double over the Clarets in 75-76. Should Paddy score, he'll become the first Leeds player to score home and away since Peter Lorimer did it. I think in the 74-75 season. And if we hopefully avoid defeat this afternoon, it will mean we've gone 3 consecutive seasons without losing 3 league games in a row, which is unheard of at Ellen Road. It's never been happened before, so it just shows the job that Bielsa's done. That okay, we have lost 3 games, I know we lost the Crawley game as well, but to do that in what we're on, we've had 46, 92, and then another 38 on top, not to lose 130 league games, and in those 150 league games, not to lose 3 is fantastic. So it just shows the job, Luke, that Bielsa's done in this side, that that we don't lose 3 games in a row.
Yeah, I hear. I mean, I think one of the other things that more notable this season, just to mention on the job that Bielsa and his team have done, is the adaptation that we've made from earlier on in the season, from being gung ho and actually going for it every fucking game to now actually understanding that we do need to learn to defend a little bit. And we can't go that gung ho. And we saw that shift in the games against the Super Six, I think, more than anything. Because we held Liverpool and scum to a draw and beat City and beat Spurs. And I just think that he's shown that he's not. I mean, he doesn't speak English. You get all these people in the media. He doesn't speak English. He only knows how to play. They're just a bunch of fit lads that run around like headless chickens. He's almost quashed every myth, hasn't he?
Yeah. And
that's why we love him.
I'm a bit fed up, Luke, to be honest, of all these so-called pundits having this Bielsa myth that they run out of energy, this, that, and the other. We're sitting 10th in the Premier League for a newly promoted side, which is absolutely outstanding. We've run more than any other team. And I just wonder what sometimes these pundits expect. To me, we had a magnificent first season back in the top flight. The only slight tinge of disappointment has been the FA Cup, which I hope next season we really go for. Because I love a cup run. We've not been in the cup final since 1972. 1973. Again, so we've not won the FA Cup since 1972. We've not been in a cup final, so to speak, excluding the playoffs, since 73 against Sunderland. So I'd absolutely
nice to get a cup
FA
run
Cup
next
final
season, wouldn't it? Be nice to have a good cup run, I think.
Big time.
Some away fixtures to some smaller clubs and get knocked out again and all that. So we do like
it's just been a slight tinge of disappointment because you look today, you've got Leicester versus Chelsea. Do have Leicester win because they've never won the FA Cup in their history. It's amazing to hear. I just would love an opportunity to get quite far in the FA Cup, and it's been since 2002-03 that we last reached the last 8 of the FA Cup, which is unheard of for a club of Leeds United stature. It's just been 19 seasons next year, so hopefully we can have a bit of a cup run next time round. Yeah,
absolutely. Couldn't agree more. It'd be nice that, as you say, those cup runs are a bit of fun, and getting the smaller teams over to Ellen Road as well for a day out. Superb. Right, let's go on to that part of the show then where you decide to try and embarrass my football knowledge on how many players we know from each who've played for each club. I'm actually going to ask you to name 5, but I'm going to name 3 before you start that you're not allowed to use. So I'm going to go Chris Wood, Charlie Taylor, and Paddy Bamford.
Bailey Peacock Farrell. Bailey Peacock Farrell.
Yeah, he's playing today, I think.
Ian Thomas Moore, Clark Carlisle, Robbie Blake, Stephen Caldwell, Roger Eli, Peter Haddock had a spell there. I think that's 7. So I think we've. Did Robbie Rogers play for him? Not that I can recall. I don't think he did. I think the un-English side he played at was at Leeds United. So I think we've named 10 there. And also Andy Gray had a couple of spells, I think, with Burnley.
We'll give you it. We know you've done it. All right, congrats. So I know you want to just have a bit of chat and just promote something that you're doing next week, Stats. So take it away. The floor is yours. Why don't you tell us all what you're going to be up to next Monday?
Before I do that, I've just got to say Emma's father, Clifford, is a massive Chelsea fan. So sorry, Clifford, I'm not upset you by wanting Chelsea not to win the FA Cup. I just like the underdogs Leicester to win the FA Cup. Here. Right, next Monday, 7:30. I have been asked to host a quiz on a website called Quizbit. I think it's running along the bottom on the banner on the bottom of the screen. It's all for minds. You don't have to pay or anything. It's all free to enter. If you'd like to donate, feel free to donate. For mine, there will be a link to the Just Giving page. It's a Leeds United football quiz. There is 5 rounds of different varying topics on Leeds United. All you'll need to do next Monday night is log on to Quizbit. I'll give you all the details on my Twitter page and on my Facebook page as well. I will send the pin code across when you see it on the night. And yeah, it's going to have a lot of fun. There will be prizes to be had. One of the prizes will be a signed copy of my book, my latest book that we've sorted. So yeah, it's a bit of fun. Log on to www.quizbit.co.uk. All the details will be on there. The pin code will be available next Monday. And yeah, it's all a bit of fun, and it's a bit of end of season fun, and hopefully it goes well. There'll be more quizzes after that as well.
Perfectly said. Well done. Yeah, I'll be joining. So anybody who wants to think that they're smarter than me, I'll have all the answers from Stats and Emma. So I'll be able to cheat, and I won't really. I don't think he's that kind. But yeah, log on there. Have a look. I'll be there. Get as many of us on as we can. Have a bit of a laugh, maybe a beer and stuff as well. But before that, let's go and enjoy this afternoon's game over at Turf Moor, and hopefully we can bring the 3 points back over the Pennines from Dyche and his angry face.
Super duper. And I have been informed the English club that Robbie Rogers played for was Stevenage. So, yes, thank you, Emma, for that one.
Stevenage?
Yes.
I was close, you know.
Every day's a school day.
They're not a million miles away.
No. So, yeah, we look forward to this afternoon. Hopefully we can end the season on a high with 3 games. Obviously starting today with Burnley, then Southampton on Tuesday night. And then, amazingly, we finish our first top flight season back against West Bromwich Albion, which is interesting because back in season 81-82, when we were part of the first division, our last game in the first division that season, which was the top flight back then, was West Brom away from home, and unfortunately was relegated to the second tier. But yeah, lots to talk about in the week, and hopefully Leeds can bring back 3 points over the Pennines and do the double since the first time since season 1975-1976.
Absolutely. Well done to all those who did get tickets for West Brom. Enjoy your day out as well. We'll be talking about that in the lead up. I'll be joined with Stats just before kickoff, actually, with it being midweek, Tuesday game against Southampton. So we'll probably be on sort of 45 minutes before kickoff just for this brief chat again. Get your questions over to myself or Stats if you want.
Yes.
Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, and we'll catch up in the week. Cheers, Stats.
Cheers, bye.
Take care, mate. Bye.
Bye.
Man.